Tracy Sparkles in the building. So today's video is about a lady who said using the word child-free is a kind of insensitive, is offensive, like child-free by choice women came all out for her. So I'm going to be sharing these teachings with you all. When we are done watching, as usual, I'll come back to talk about it. So guys, let's watch.
The term child-free is offensive. Okay, so let me explain. The term child-free is a loaded term because it places a value judgment on having children. So when you think of the term child-free, it's really reminiscent of other terms that we use like debt-free, cancer-free, disease-free. We use
This might really sound true, like disease-free, anything that should be free from. That is what this lady is trying to say.
This term to describe something that someone should free themselves from, okay? The implication is that these things are undesirable and that they are burdensome. And so when you use the term child-free, you're essentially making that same value judgment and saying that having children is a burden and it's an undesirable situation to be in. And it's something that you have freed yourself from. Well, as someone who has children, and I bet I'm speaking for most parents here, the vast majority of people that choose to have children are extremely happy, and they don't see that as a burden, and it's very offensive for them to value judgment and say, oh, your life is undesirable. See, I am child-free, and you are not, and therefore your life is burdened and your life is undesirable. So even just the term child-free is triggering to many parents because it has negative connotations. So if you've been using the term child-free, I would recommend that you switch to a more neutral term, and I think you'll see that when you speak to people that have kids and you use a more neutral term, you're going to get a different conversation. So I would say, like, I'm a non-parent, or I would simply say, like, hey, I don't have kids by choice. But just use a term that doesn't place a value on whether or not you chose to have kids, and I think that you'll see the conversation really shift. The term child-free is offensive.
All right, let's just add that to the list of things that happen to offend people now.
So let me explain.
Please do.
The term child-free is a loaded term because it places a value judgment on having children. So when you think of the term child-free, it's really reminiscent of other terms that we use like debt-free, cancer-free, disease-free. We use this term to describe something that someone should free themselves from.
That actually sounds like a personal choice in regards to semantics.
The implication is that these things are undesirable and that they are burdensome.
Implication. Huh. That's more like personal interpretation.
So when you use the term child-free, you're essentially making that same value judgment and saying that having children is a burden and it's an undesirable situation to be in, and it's something that you have freed yourself from.
I swear some individuals are going out of their way to try to be offended. It's amazing.
Well, as someone who has children, and I bet I'm speaking for most parents here, the vast majority of people that choose to have children are extremely happy, and they don't see that as a burden, and it's very offensive for them to value judgment and say, oh, your life is undesirable.
Only to the delicate ones.
See, I am child-free, and you are not, and therefore your life is burdened and your life is undesirable. So even just the term child-free is triggering to many parents because it has negative connotations.
Well, whoop-de-doo. Not everyone is offended by words.
So if you've been using the term child-free, I would recommend that you switch to a more neutral term. And
oh, this ought to be good.
say, like, I'm a non-parent, or, I would simply say, like, hey, I don't have kids by choice. But just use a term that doesn't place a value on whether or not you chose to have kids, and I think that you'll see the conversation really shift.
That honestly hurt my brain.
The term child-free is offensive.
But it most accurately describes my situation, because I do feel free from having children. I view not having children as a freedom, very much the same way people view not having debt as a freedom, not having disease as a freedom. To me, not having children is a freedom. And I look at other people with children, and even though I see that they're happy, I still wouldn't want to be in their shoes. I just don't. Like, I feel free. And it's not that I think that they're not free. I think maybe we just experience freedom differently. So that's, yeah, I like the term. It describes me accurately. Am I, though? Because I don't think I am. Like, I promise you my dog loves me more than any child ever would. Because, like, I am self-aware enough to know that I wouldn't be a good mom. I would not be a good parent. I struggle enough to take care of myself. Never mind little people that would depend on me for literally everything, for every minute of every day, for decades. Like, I can't do that. I have no desire to do that. I can find love in other places. I don't need children for that.
Come to think of it, I think they are both right in their own way. The both lady who said, yeah, there's nothing wrong in using the term child-free. Like the last lady said, just as people feel very happy when they are free from illness, like cancer, maybe heart problem, or whatsoever, they are very happy when they are free. So she sees being child-free because it's another kind of freedom for her. So I think she can be justified for that. There's nothing wrong. She said she's child-free and she's happy, very happy indeed. While on the other hand, women who tend to be angry about people saying child-free, just like people are happy when they are sickness-free or illness-free, then it seems, or the statement isn't nice. I think it all depends on individual. Like I said previously, I have children and I am very happy. So a lady who decided not to have children and she's also very happy, I don't see anything wrong when she decides to use the word child-free by choice. Just as we will say, oh, I'm illness-free. In this case, it might not be by choice, but you'll be very happy. Like there are some certain illness that when you don't have it, or maybe you are scared, you are very afraid that, oh, I want to go and carry out this test, I want to go and do some diagnosis and stuff. Then when you end up doing that test and your mind has been telling you before that, is it that I have this illness? You know, psychology will not play in, you will not start having symptoms and all of that. Then at the end of the day, after carrying out that test, you find out that you don't have that illness. There's this kind of special kind of happiness that comes with it. So I think that is how these women who are child-free by choice sees it, that they are free from having children because they don't want the responsibility associated with having children. And that's on them. So I don't see any points of people quarreling over this, that because they said I'm child-free, blah, blah, blah. I don't see anything there. So that is it. If you have watched me up to this point and you are yet to subscribe, please do. And I would like to know what you think about this video. Do you see anything wrong when people say, oh, they are child-free by choice? Or you think they should use maybe some other word, like the lady said, maybe they decide to not have children, or they don't have children by choice, not using the word child-free. So guys, drop your comment right here in the comment section. Please do subscribe, give my video a thumbs up, and if it's possible, turn on the notification bell so that when I post a video anytime, you will see it. I am Tracy, and right now I'm going to be signing out. See you guys in my next video. Bye.